Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of World of Tanks Aces. And in this episode I'm driving the Object 268, one of the tier 10 Russian, or Soviet actually, tank destroyers on Karelia? Whatever it's called. And this is actually a really special match for me, because I've had this tank for getting on for 2 years now, and this is actually the first time I've got an ace tank in it. So for me it's special, and that's why I'm showing it to you. So getting here at the beginning of the match to the eastern side of the map in order to get some sniping fire in, because, you know, tank destroyer and, well, really accurate gun, high damaging gun. But the first position that I choose is not brilliant. Unless they cross the open ground, I'm not gonna get any shots in. The Waffenträger just passed me, who's over there, is now in a much better position. I don't know this map particularly well, and I will try to get up this hill without success. But anyway, now the position is a lot better. So, I7 first target, and it missed. Great start. Well, what do you know? So the Waffenträger moved up a little. I'm loaded and just waiting for them. The I7 took a big hit from from our Death Star, and is probably not particularly happy about it. So a mouse tried to get the shot into the lower plate, but due to the rather low shell velocity on this gun, it misses and goes into the tracks instead. I don't want to take any shots here because, well, really bad chances of penetrating anything or even hitting, but this is better. I actually intended to shoot at the I7, you know, showing a nice large side, but I'll take a really good hit on the E5 any day. I take a blind shot there, expecting the I7 to poke out again, as he's been doing. But he's gonna get spotted there, and, well, as you can see, he's not taking any more damage. But here, excellent, go for the lower plate, perfect. Mouse is now a one-shot for pretty much every tank that we have left. Well, maybe not the Object 416, but the I7 is still going out. And, well, there is the trollish sidearm on the I7. It has a lot of spaced armor there. But you usually don't get too lucky twice. And, well, did a lot of damage, set him on fire. He seemed to have a premium fire extinguisher, and he's now a one-shot as well. And I'm gonna take this moment to, that was a bad shot, to pull your attention to the northern side of the map. As you can see, it's not going terribly well over there. We're still holding on. I mean, well, one Guille 15 who's dead any second now, tier 8 medium and 2 artillery pieces against a lot of tanks, and there's a T57. Okay, I tried to lead here, and perfect. I did not expect that to hit due to the, again, bad shell velocity. I mean, you can see that it does take some time for the shells to hit. I wanted to get another shot in, but obviously he got into the ditch over there. And at this point, for me, it's moving towards the cap, because there's pretty much nothing defending that now. However, that TVP back there needs to be taken out. Otherwise, I'm gonna show my, well, rear to him, and you don't want to show your rear to a TVP 51, because that's bad for your health, really bad. I pretty much messed that shot up. It misses, but our E4 gets a good shot in there. The TVP moves forward because I'm spotted, but he bounces, I don't. The TVP is pretty much gone by now. Okay, make sure I'm no longer spotted, and then move away from that position, because it's really open against arty fire and the TVP, and instead take the longer way round towards our cap, because the TVP has just arrived, and well, one tier 8 RTPs and one tier 8 medium is not gonna stop a tier 10 heavy. So moving up towards the cap, you can see that there are 2 tanks capping. That's because the WZ is also there. So know that where those 2 are. There's still a T-34 around here somewhere, because he hasn't been spotted. Artillery takes a shot, misses. T-57 has got 1 shot left, and he's out and dead. Enemy artillery takes out our artillery instead of the taking it out on me or the object 416, who is with me. A questionable choice. I would have actually gone for the 416. So pincer movement, and that WZ is now out. The object 416 is, however, on the wrong side of that rock, and the Jagdpanther takes him out. The T-34 is now spotted, finally, and I took a hit there, was to be expected. Artillery, second artillery took a shot, so now I know that both are very likely to be reloading for at least another few seconds. I know that the I-7 is coming to assist me, so I let him take the first hit, because he's got the armor and the health, and the T-34 is trying to back up, but I'm here, and well, he's not happy about that. But now I'm in the open again. Need to get behind the rocks. First artillery has fired. Don't get behind the rocks. Get behind the rocks. There we go. Second artillery fired. So at this point I know that both artillery have fired. I'm in no danger whatsoever. But at this point the IS-7 and the Waffenträger need... okay, well, no longer the Waffenträger. They need assistance. And there's the Jagdpanther, but... the Jagdpanther 2 actually. But he's behind the rocks, so I think, oh, let's flank him, but oh, Death Star, and I'm spotted. This is really bad. He's aiming at me, and the IS-4 takes him out before the Death Star has a chance to fire, which is really lucky. However, our IS-7 died there by the hands of the E5. So, this point, I need to get up there, spot for my team, mostly the IS-4, because the E4 is not in a brilliant position to take shots at the hill that I'm trying to spot. Okay, I want to go to the right because the enemy was there. However, then I remember that there's still artillery in play, and artillery likes to shoot at tanks who are, well, in the open. So, there's the Jagdpanther. Okay, wanted to back up there, but I remember artillery, get behind the rocks, and now I know that I'm in a good position to spot the Jagdpanther without getting shot by the artillery. And, well, there's one of them. That artillery has the right idea to flank. However, well, I know something he doesn't, which is I've got allies. And there he goes. I still don't want to go out against the Jagdpanther because, well, I know there's still a T-92, and the T-92 does boom to a tank like me. I try to get the T-92 to fire, but he doesn't take the shot quite yet. So, know where the Jagdpanther is, and there's the artillery fired. I know that there's now nothing to stand between that Jagdpanther and me. He takes my tracks out, but he's still in no bad position, and there's the E5. Heal my loader, and now I'm in a sort of good position because I'm no longer spotted. Artillery is probably reloaded by now, but you know, I've moved, I'm not terribly worried. Try to get some shots in. However, he's now behind a rock, and it does take me some time to realize that. The IS-4 has moved up, is moving across the open ground with an E5 on his side, and he's gonna take some damage from that. As you can see, he just took another hit. The E4 should really be moving up at this point, because, you know, 3 guns close up are better than, well, at the moment 1. And it's now that I realize that he's behind the rock, I'm not gonna be able to shoot at him. However, he can't see me, I'm in a perfect position to outflank him and just put a shot into his rear. There's the artillery, I no longer need to worry about that. The IS-4 puts a shot into him, and the E4 is gonna take him out any second. But I've got my sights set on, there we go, I've got my sights set on the E5, because he is probably showing his rear towards me, and yes he is, he realizes that I'm here, but it was far too late, and that was the game. Okay, so it's time to look at the scores, and we begin with the personal scores, of course, and we've got a high caliber, and naturally, an ace tanker. Now you'll note that I've got 10,542 experience from that. I'll mention that was due to a 5 times experience weekend? Was it the weekend? Can't remember. Either way, moving on to the team score. 6,500 damage, 4 kills, 1,171 experience, which actually isn't a lot. I've had multiple games where I've done in excess of 7,000 damage and not gotten the ace tanker, so I'm guessing the Object 268 isn't played a lot at the moment. Moving on to the detailed report, well, bounced a few times, tracked a few times, sniped a lot, got quite a bit of assistant damage done due to, well, being at the front, spotting the targets that needed spotting, especially later in the game. So, other than that, well, I managed to run a profit on that, and, well, lower down you can see that it was in fact a 5 times experience weekend. And that will do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you a lot next time.